The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. That's the difference between stupidity and genius. Genius is knowing to stay silent when others embrace stupidity. The difference between stupidity and genius is the ability to recognize one's own mistakes. The difference between stupidity and genius is the ability to recognize one's own mistakes. Genius often lies in the simplicity of thought, whereas stupidity dwells in the complexity of ignorance. The line between stupidity and genius is thin, but it's the depth of understanding that separates them. Stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Genius is learning from mistakes and evolving. The difference between a genius and someone with a mediocre intellect is often measured by their willingness to explore the unknown. Genius is the art of taking complex ideas and making them simple, while stupidity is making the simple complex. The wise learn from the mistakes of others, while fools insist on making their own. The essence of the difference between stupidity and genius. Genius knows when to break the rules, while stupidity is bound by them. Stupidity is thinking you know everything. Genius is realizing you know nothing. Genius is the ability to see the extraordinary in the ordinary. Stupidity is being blind to it. The difference between stupidity and genius is the humility to admit ignorance and the curiosity to seek knowledge. Genius is often found in unconventional thinking, while stupidity resides in conformity. The road to genius is paved with curiosity, while the path to stupidity is marked by indifference. Stupidity is being closed-minded, while genius is embracing the vastness of possibilities. Genius recognizes patterns, stupidity repeats mistakes. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius knows when to question the status quo. Stupidity is the failure to learn from experience. Genius is the ability to adapt and evolve. Genius is not afraid to stand alone, while stupidity often follows the crowd. Stupidity speaks loudly while genius communicates through actions. The difference between stupidity and genius is the willingness to take calculated risks. Genius thrives in the realm of uncertainty, while stupidity seeks refuge in the comfort of the known. Stupidity is the inability to change. Genius is the willingness to adapt. Genius sees opportunities and challenges, while stupidity sees obstacles in every opportunity. The difference between stupidity and genius is the capacity to handle ambiguity. Genius lies in asking the right questions. Stupidity is found in unquestioning acceptance. Stupidity is the curse of knowledge without wisdom. Genius is the blessing of wisdom applied. Genius is making complex things simple, while stupidity is making simple things needlessly complex. The difference between stupidity and genius is the courage to explore the uncharted territories of the mind. Stupidity is the enemy of progress, while genius is the catalyst for innovation. Genius is the ability to see connections where others see only chaos. Stupidity is blind to the underlying order. Stupidity dwells in the past and future. Genius resides in the present. The difference between stupidity and genius is the ability to learn from criticism. Genius is the art of turning setbacks into stepping stones. Stupidity is getting stuck at the first obstacle. Stupidity is the refusal to acknowledge one's own limitations. Genius is the acceptance and transcendence of them. Genius is recognizing patterns in chaos. Stupidity is creating chaos in simplicity. The difference between stupidity and genius is the humility to appreciate the wisdom of others. Stupidity is the fear of the unknown. Genius is the excitement of discovery. Genius sees challenges as opportunities. Stupidity sees them as insurmountable obstacles. The difference between stupidity and genius is the ability to learn from diverse perspectives. Stupidity is the inability to see beyond one's own perspective. Genius is the capacity for empathy and understanding. Genius is the pursuit of knowledge for its own sake, while stupidity is the pursuit of knowledge for validation. Stupidity is the refusal to question assumptions. Genius is the willingness to challenge them. The difference between stupidity and genius is the recognition that learning is a lifelong journey. Genius is the courage to be different. Stupidity is the fear of being misunderstood. Stupidity is the shackles of ignorance. Genius is the liberation of knowledge. The difference between stupidity and genius is the ability to turn failures into lessons. Genius is the realization that there is always more to learn. Stupidity is the belief that one has nothing left to learn.